Hello, everyone, and welcome back to more Air Hauler 2 on X-Plane 11. As you can tell, we bought us a new airplane. Why? Because we got money just to throw away. Why not? Why wouldn't we? What we have here is the DHC-4 Caribou from X-Hanger. I'm going to tell you now, from looking on the outside, it's not too bad. It actually flies halfway decent. On the inside and the sounds, they're okay. They're workable. As soon as I can figure out how to change them, I probably will, because kind of kills it for me a little bit. Comes with a whole bunch of liveries and other fun stuff. Check out these flaps. The Caribou was built as a STOL, short takeoff and landing airplane, and believe it or not, this big airplane will get off the ground at 80 knots and climbs out like a homesick angel, and will land just as slow and short as can be. But for the cargo management side of this is going to be kind of fun. Actually, it looks like I got cargo in it. And it looks really, really good. I like it. It's a fun airplane. I'm going to screenshot this right here. Bam. That is now the thumbnail. Let's jump in it. The inside, on the other hand, you can have the yoke. You can take it away. But it's kind of lacking. And this right here. No sound. None at all. That kind of kills me for the switches. I mean, it's not that bad for $20 to something that I paid for this. I'm not. You can't complain. It's an okay airplane. I mean, some of this is me. We can open up our engine coverings so we can see them. I mean, they're not super detailed, but it's kind of cool. It's there, but you got to know what you're getting into. It's not, over the top, $50 plane you're buying. It's $20. It's going to be fun either way. But I like it. It's going to be fun. Let's jump over here and we'll see where we're headed. Today's adventure, we're going to be coming out of Camarillo. We'll come up here and we're going to pick up the Gorman VOR. Then we'll come up here and pick up the Shafter VOR. And we're heading up here to Hanford. Why Hanford? Over here on Air Hauler, we're going to see why we're heading up to Hanford. This plane will hold about 8,000, almost 9,000 pounds of cargo. So we're taking DVDs up to Hanford, not Hanover, Hanford, for $61,000. I can do that. I'm all over that. So let's jump back over here to the airplane and get this bad boy started up. Alrighty, we got our route put in. Let's scroll down here. And we're going to head out to 5,000 to begin with. Look up here, make sure that our directional gyro and our compass are happy, which they do seem to be. Turn on our landing light, taxi light, nav lights, because we're out here doing business. And the parking brake, just a button, not a huge fan of it, but alrighty. Let's get headed up on out of here. Alrighty, just sitting here short of the whole shoreline. I'll look down, go ahead and get our landing light turned on, ditch this taxi light, turn on our strobes, and go ahead and get our, not a fan of having to click. I like using my scroll wheel. Alright, got that all set, got our weather, don't see anybody coming down the runway. We should probably close this before we rip it off. And that's it. Let's get on up out of here. Start heading to the north, making some real money. Start on our roll down the runway, keeping us on the center line. Coming up into full power. Keep it off the red line if at all possible. Get back over here. This thing will literally jump off the runway at around 80 knots. There's 70. I'm not applying very much back pressure at all. Popping into the clouds here. I want to make my life as easily as humanly possible, so we're going to go there. And try to hold that. Don't want to super climb up out of here. And set this up. Get our heading on, our autopilot, everything is armed. Now we just sit back and enjoy. If you guys are wondering how the vertical speed on here, like some of the other autopilots, you can click right here, your altitude select, and then you do it. It's this little wheel right here on the outside of your VSI where you can select what you want your vertical speed to be. So we're heading up to 8,000 feet up here initially, and then we'll probably go up the rest of the way to 12,000. And we're about 30 seconds away, 1.7 miles away from the VOR. We're going to make a left turn. Here in a minute, it should come up and tell us when to turn. Some people will start chasing this needle, trying to keep it in the center. The closer you get, the more sensitive this is. So don't chase the needle. Just let it be, because it's going to swing way out. Looks like the weather's going to clear up really nice for us on this trip. Not a whole lot to do on these long stints. Got 27 miles to go. Everything's lined up. Got the, our speed's looking good at about 170 knots, doing 214 over the ground. The engine seems to be working pretty good. Oil pressures and everything. And all this isn't a bad airplane. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being like the X15 on here, and 10 being, the Coronado level or flight factor, I'd probably give this a moderate, 6. Sound-wise, I'm just not feeling the sound at all. But this plane has amazing views. I just feel like they could have done a little bit better for the sound. But all in all, I'm enjoying it. Coming up on 1:48 seconds before our turn. Jump over here to the flight plan page like I should have done last time. We turn into 320 this time, so right around in there. Coming up on our turn. A lot of people have been asking me on some of the groups I'm on what I think of Air Hauler. Air Hauler is a lot of fun because it adds another set of immersion into X-Plane. Otherwise, we'd just be getting on here and, put in numbers, hit autopilot, go. There would be no point to fly to this airport we're heading to right now, unless you live out here and it's like your home airport. You would probably normally never go here. With Air Hauler, it's making you go do some things and fly to other airports that you wouldn't normally go to, and it gives you a reason behind it, because you're going to make some money to improve your business, to get other airplanes, hire other pilots. I personally just think it's another nice aspect to X-Plane that I'm surprised more people don't play on. Alright, we're about 40 miles out, which is about 11 minutes. I want to go ahead and start working our way down. So let's go ahead and start heading down to about 8,500 feet. So we'll go over here and we're going to set this up to 85. And we're going to select this down to about right in there. And then we'll hit vertical speed, which went ahead and armed the altitude we're looking at. And, yep, start heading our way on down. We're going to keep an eye on the airspeed to make sure we don't overspeed it. We're in smooth air and we're not doing a lot of abrupt maneuvering, so we could go into the yellow a little bit, but I'd rather not. I don't want to torture this airplane anymore when we have to. Try to keep the money flow with this, since this seems to be the big money grabber. $61,000 for this trip. Alright, coming up on 16 miles of the airport. We already got the altimeter set. Leveling off right here for right now. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start heading down just a little bit more. The pattern altitude seems to be about 1,200, so let's go down to 3,000, just to be on the fun side of things. And we'll level off at 3,000 until we're lined up with the runway. I think we're just going to do this straight in from 3-2. Make things a little bit easier on us and whatnot. But everything's set up, landing light. Heading looking good, descent's looking great. Coming up on 6,300 feet, leveling off at 3,000. We'll come straight in. Alrighty, looking at things, I think I do have the field in sight, so we're going to get ready to turn off the autopilot in a minute and line up with the runway. Runway's, I think, 5,200 feet long, so we shouldn't need a whole lot of flaps. This thing comes in at about 80 knots. So we're going to go ahead and just get rid of the autopilot. There we go, a little bit of a bounce. Keep our descent coming in, because according to them VASI lights way out there, we're a little bit high. Trim putting in, go ahead and put our props full forward, which they are. Landing lights already on. There's 120. Let's throw the landing gear out, throw in a little bit of power because we're going to slow up. It really seems like we're coming in kind of shallow. There we go. I see some whites and reds out there now. We should be on the glide path. Slowly working our way down here, playing with our trims a little bit more. Guess my landing was only okay. And we didn't loop it. That is always a plus. Go ahead and get our flaps pulled back up in and get us up here off the runway. Alright, we're on the ground in one piece. We're going to hit the magic button to turn our brakes back on. Landing light should have came off in strobes and we got off the runway, but as you can see, there is absolutely nobody at this airport. So we got that taken care of. My mouse is going to do crazy stuff again. Turn off our avionics so we don't mess anything up. And we'll come up here to our engine cutoffs and pull them down. Hit the cargo unload button. Taking this off. And the job's complete. And we got the cargo ramp coming out so they can go ahead and start unloading it. What are your guys' outlooks on the X-Hanger DHC4? I think it's nice. Fun little, add-on to play with on X-Plane. Everybody wants to jump the jets. We need to be telling developers we want more old radials. Have some fun. Bring back the retro. Man, I wish I could still get that DC-8. Anyway, till next time.